that picture, I want to talk about the meaning behind that picture there, and a conversation that I had with somebody that was talking about wanting to join the club. They came in and they said, Dad was like, hey, why Eastern Iowa Wrestling over, it doesn't really matter. And I said, because it's hard to hold up every single day to the standard that our staff is expecting out of our guys. Period. Period. And what I mean by that is that you guys are in a situation right now where when you come in here and you're not towing the line and you don't get something that you know, whatever normally would come easy to you, that's not a bad thing. Or if you're not towing the line and you get your, you know, boot up your butt, that's not a bad thing. It's just like the Iowa Wrestling Room. It's like the Iowa Wrestling Program. Why do people come to Iowa? The guys that come to Iowa are the ones that most likely want to be tested every single day. Every single day. They can do that at Penn State, yeah. They can do that at Ohio State, yeah. They can do that at Oklahoma State, yeah. But from a physical and a mental toughness aspect, and with this club also, you will not get a better test day in and day out. That's why Eastern Iowa Wrestling is the best. That's why Iowa Wrestling is the best. For a guy that has a mentality of wanting to work. For a guy that has a mentality of wanting to come in every day and grind it out and get better every single day. And getting better isn't measured on a scoreboard in here, in a practice room. Getting better is measured by how stinking hard you fight every stinking time that you hit the mat. When you come in, you got to be ready to fight. You got to be ready to fight. When you come into the Iowa Wrestling Room, you got to be ready to fight. When you come into the Eastern Iowa Wrestling Room, you better be ready to fight. And we've seen some great champions that come in here and they're ho-hum and they get their clocks clean. And that's not a bad thing if the response is there. Who knows what I mean by response? What do I mean by response, Isaac?
Like when you don't let it get you down, you build off of, like if you get beat up in practice, you work to improve yourself instead of moving over it.
You respond in a positive fashion. That is exactly right. That is very well said, and that is exactly right. And you know what? It's very, very, very difficult to do that. That picture, that guy right there, he symbolizes a standard of being able to do exactly what Isaac was saying. What place did he get in the World Championships? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Third place. He got third place in the World Championships. If you look at that picture, what place does it look like he got? First. Yeah. Yeah, you know why? Because whoever his coach is taught him that the next best thing after a loss is to come back and do the best that you can every time out. So if you're in the semi, or in the quarter, or in the 8 final, or in the 16 final, or in the prelims, and you get beat, and you get another chance, you come back and you get third. If you get beat before third and you have a chance to get fifth, you get fifth. If you get beat before and you have a chance to come back and get seventh, then you get seventh. And the exhilaration that he felt in winning that match right there is very evident by that picture. Okay? Now, here's the thing that you don't see. Here's the thing that you don't see. And this is what I want you to understand. Because right now, what I'm going to tell you next is what separates a normal, ordinary guy and makes him extraordinary. The thing that I'm going to say next is what separates a guy going to the next level that's ordinary, that comes into the Iowa Wrestling Room like Jeremiah Moody and works his ass off every single day, every minute, and never stops fighting. What I'm going to say next is the reason why. His interview after this third place, this bronze medal match, he said, I failed to become a champion like my father before me. I failed to become a champion like my father before me. Does that mean that your dad has to be an Olympic champion for you to be successful? Huh? Is that what that means? No, what that means is that the expectations that he is raised with are extremely high. Is he an abused person? Is that the face of a psychologically abused person right there? That is the face of a winner. That is a face of somebody who was raised to win every time out. But if you don't, you do what he said. You go forward, you have a positive mental attitude, you get yourself up, you move forward, you make yourself better, you learn from it, and you make dang sure that that's not going to happen again. And you know what? I'm fired up right now, and I'll tell you why I'm fired up. I'm fired up because examples like that are very few and far between right now. It never was about the title. After the title was lost. You know what I mean by that? Rathbun, you know what I mean by that? What do you think I mean by that?
After you couldn't get first,
once the results turned in, so he's a bronze medal winner. Let's say he was fifth. Let's say he went 0-1 and he got beat by the returning world champion. And he ended up this fight tooth and nail. He got beat. He beat the world champion up so bad that the next round the world champion lost and it knocked him out of the tournament too. You have to be able to have evaluation of your wrestling. You have to be able to go back and reach inside of yourself and give yourself a fair evaluation of the match that you had and the tournament that you had, each match individually, one at a time, and make a fair, honest evaluation of what happened and what your wrestling is about. Whether it's leaving practice, whether it's leaving a tournament, whether it's a world championships, whether it's a state championships, or whether it's the end of the season. And that is how you go forward every single day. Because at the end of your career, if you're doing that, you are going to strive for excellence in everything that you do. And you know what? That's a very, very, very difficult thing to talk about with you guys because you know what? It's like, it's right over your head. It's right over your head because you're not taught that way. It's okay to get a B, even if you can get an A. It's okay. Hey, a B, it's above average. It's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay if you're capable of doing better. That match is not okay to him. And it will drive him. It will drive him. That match is not okay to him. But you know what? He knows that at the end of the day, he did to his skill ability and fought to his best ability at that point in time in history. He did the best that he could. Now, moving forward, having said that, what do you think is going to happen next year? Does that guarantee him a spot on the podium in Rio? Does it? Why not? Why not? Why doesn't that? Because you know what? There's 10 stinking guys in his weight class that are thinking the same way he is. And we get in our little world in Iowa. We got guys that are going for 4-time state championships. We got guys that are going for 3-time state titles. We got guys that are going for a lot of accolades. But it's not. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Even if you were going to break the record and win your 4th Olympic gold medal, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that because it's about the test. It's about the drive. It's about how you approach every single day in your workout room. And on and on and on and on. That's a tough standard to live up to. But when I'm here, you're going to hear about it. And I don't give a rat's rear end if you want to hear it or not. Because nobody else is telling you. But we're going to tell you. We're going to remind you of it every single day. So that when an adverse situation comes up, you're going to grab it, you're going to grab the bull by the horn, you're going to kick him in the balls, and then foot sweep him and then throw him out the door. And that's how you do it.